It's a big one. Dave the Riot Wyatt facing Lewis Lights Out Jones. Dave the Riot Wyatt is a factory worker and Lewis Lights Out Jones is a joiner by profession. Both these boxers have, of course, been on the 10-week training course of the Challenge Boxing. Starting out as mere men, they have arisen as hardened boxers. And here comes Dave the Riot Wyatt in the gold corner, looking very confident. Head guard already on, he's ready to go. The crowd really picked up tonight. Clearly he's got a lot of support here. It's a much anticipated fight. He'll clearly wait a long time for this. And here comes Lewis Lights Out Jones. And there goes the bell for the first round of this 6-minute fight. 3 rounds, and both fighters, yet again, as we've seen a lot tonight, going in very hard. They have got to be careful. They are going to blow themselves out if they keep going at this rate. But as we've seen, a lot of these fights have come down to cardio capacity. They're really slugging away there. Just adjust his head guard. His right arm up. His style of defence. Wyatt still slugging away at Jones. Jones just getting him in a clinch. The crowd getting really riled up about this one. Perhaps things will settle down a little bit more into the second round. Because with this level of intensity, surely someone's got to give out before someone else. And now we're really going at it. Really working the body there, up against the ropes. Jones did look in a bit of trouble for a while there. Just clipping him with the headshot, just catching him on the head guard. Both fighters, big, strong men, making the most of their size, their weight, to really land those punches. Oh, slight trip there from Wyatt, but Wyatt seems to have recovered all right, but now Jones is going at him. Wyatt really has to be careful. He keeps getting up on those ropes. Jones keeps sort of trapping him against those ropes. He's got to work his way out of those situations if he is to escape, if he wants to win this fight. Just 3 seconds left of this round now. Both fighters having put in a gallant effort. No touch of gloves. Just a bit of bad blood. Just those 2 shots. Lights Out Jones, just looking the slightly more composed of the 2. Wyatt clearly breathing hard. Both men tattooed biceps flying at each other. Could even be related. Nice uppercut there. We haven't seen many of those tonight. Wyatt really using the most of his 10-week training, and again a good hook there onto Jones. The side of his head guard. But Wyatt really showing that he has taken note of his 10-week training course. Employing not an easy shot, the uppercut, using it fairly effectively from his arsenal of combinations. The crowd are on their feet. They're all watching now. It gets towards the end of the night. The atmosphere is increasing. Wyatt just starting to get a few punches in, but also at the cost of being on the stinging end of some of Jones's jabs. And another clinch there. Ref quickly gets out of the way. You don't want to be backed into by the sheer size and weight of Wyatt coming at them. Right, just adjusting his head guard. Things calming down a little bit now. Again, the uppercut from Wyatt. Didn't make contact, but good combinations, good use of mixing up his technique. Things have slowed here slightly. Again up against the rope, but this time Wyatt gets out in time. Good footwork there from Wyatt. Jones now coming in with the left and the right. Trying that hook out, but Wyatt keeps his distance. I'd say that Wyatt having the slightly better footwork, but possibly that's just because he's been in the situation where he's needed to use it to get out from those sticky situations that Jones has put him in. There ends the second round. Overall, a good round. Things were calmer. Seemed to be slightly more because of exhaustion than tactics. There was an element of stepping back for a moment, taking a breather and sizing each other up, but overall they were, both boxers, just starting to run out of steam, unable to maintain that intensity of all-out bursts of punches. So the replay just showing that a lot of swinging and missing, but the odd punch that made contact. So far it's been a difficult one to call, it's been fairly even. Both boxers have landed some good shots. Both boxers have also taken some good shots. Jones now very aware, working the body, that it is his last round. He's going to have to work hard to make an impression, to get the judges' vote, if he does want to win this. Jones seeming to stand his ground a little more and just lean into the punches, refusing to really be moved much by Wyatt. The audience somewhat getting a little riled by what's going on in the ring. Wyatt just trying to turn his back there. Seems to... Referee just having a quick word with Jones. Telling him not to hit Wyatt in the back of the head. It is against the rules. Jones is aware of that. But Wyatt did turn his back on him, so can't be too much blame for Jones getting caught up in the moment and throwing those punches. Mainly some jabs. Jones seems to be very strong with his jab. If he manages to get through, it is going to rattle Wyatt. Only 40 seconds left now of the entire match. It's going to be an interesting one to see who... Jones just seeming to be slightly rocked there. It was unable to tell whether he slipped or whether he was actually stumbling from the hook that Wyatt threw at him. Replay might tell. And Jones this time trying to go for the uppercut. Didn't quite make it. Manages to get a few hooks around to the side of the head of Wyatt. Wyatt responding with just starting to swing those arms upwards. And the referee just pausing the fight briefly. Just a few seconds to go. Just checking with one of the judges. And he lets them fight again, and there goes the bell. Not sure what the discrepancy was at the end there. Neither fighter hugging or touching gloves. Whether they're content with the fight remains to be seen. But overall, an entertaining fight. Point somewhat a slugging match, but beneath that, clearly some well-honed skills coming through from their 10-week training course with the challenge boxing here in Whitchurch, Bristol.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, what a fight. The winner of fight number 12 by unanimous decision is the fighter in the black corner.
And it is Jones has been given the win. Jones very, very happy with that. Finally gives Wyatt the well-deserved respect. But Wyatt can walk away with his head held high. He put on a good display, good show. Jones probably winning because he did stand his ground somewhat more. And Wyatt is chased around the ring as Wyatt was. Wyatt did have some good footwork. Dave the Riot Wyatt